Hi everybody. I got this wonderful book on for Christmas on Black designers, and it is edited by Elizabeth Way. It's really excellent. And so periodically I can share with you some information about Black designers that maybe you know and some you don't know, because I certainly have gone through the book. I haven't read it cover to cover, but I've certainly picked up some designers or creatives that I was totally unfamiliar with. And one of them is Harriet Jacobs, who was an escaped slave. What's interesting about her is that she was so excellent with her sewing skills. I like to say there's power in the needle, because this was how she escaped. She escaped to freedom using that needle. And as a matter of fact, when she was given the choice to either stay with her children on the plantation, which was pretty abusive, or to go to the owner's son's plantation, where she would become the superintendent of the clothing for the clothing of other slaves. But at the age of 22, she escaped. Her runaway slave ad read, "Being a good seamstress, she has been accustomed to dress well, has a variety of fine clothing, made in a prevailing fashion, and she will probably appear, if abroad, tricked out in gay and fashionable finery." It's interesting, tricked out. That was what the ad said. Evidence again that Jacobs is not only a gifted needle worker, but also a fashionable dresser. So she definitely had some level of creativity. And although she is known for being an abolitionist, she absolutely is an abolitionist through textile sewing, because that is how she got to freedom. What's also interesting is that she could read and write, and she wrote a book, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, published in 1861. And she was born into slavery at Edenton, North Carolina, in 1813. And she sewed her way through slavery. And I think that what's interesting about who people are throughout the time, we certainly in modern time, when people wrote things down, or clothing was left and then people could talk about it, but there is a period that we have no idea who made what, but we absolutely know that slaves were sewing and maybe even had some level of creativity that was sewn within the garments that we see that did survive. But there are no names that are attached to it other than, say, Elizabeth Kelkley, who is very well known. We could talk about her later. But Harriet Jacobs was a person I was less familiar with. I didn't even know about this. So it's very interesting, and I think that digging a little deeper into how the power of the needle has really supported us throughout time. But for now, Harriet Jacobs, you look her up, maybe even read her book. But it's very interesting that this bit of history has survived. Thanks for watching.